Okay, get some better luck. We'll go ahead and try again. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This reminds me of like Great Ball. If you get like the first team, if you get bad, like if you get like the, I think it's with Shuckle. It should be Great Ball. If you get Shuckle in it, it just takes so long, so it's not worth it. It's kind of like this, although not all the Pokemon are honestly pretty bad, other than Clefable and Persian, because you can one-hit them, so it's not the worst thing. The only annoying thing is just Blossom and Azumarill just make this a lot harder for this setup at least. Alright, this is the common team. I'm just gonna go ahead for Meditate, might as well.
They're ready to go. It raised its attack.
What's the metronome this time? I'll return. That's not bad.
What will the other side do? A light hit. They're both hanging.
And Meditate isn't for Clefable, because even without it, it knocks it out. It's really for the other two.
It collapsed with only one hit. We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Azumarill. Will this battler live up to expectations?
Okay, Azumarill is a bit more likely to do Attract than and it won the no, it got Quick Claw. That's so annoying.
Hey, it became attracted to the opponent.
Alright, get a crit, Hitmonlee. Get a crit.
There's the attack.
No.
That inflicted some
Alright,
damage.
just gotta land now.
The heated action continues. This Pokemon is very much attracted by the opponent. What's next? The hit glanced right off. The white-hot battle continues. High jump kick. Great hit.
Not the worst thing that happened, so it's still a good thing. I just really would like that crit on Blossom now.
This has turned into a one-sided battle. Oh, it's Blossom. It's down to the last Pokemon now. There it goes. Hit. That was good. What's this? A light attack. It's a fierce battle. Now one more. Wham!
Okay. It was a decent fight one. It was a decent.
That settles this battle.
The only annoying thing was just the attraction. That was the only time loss, but this was still decent. I forgot to do the split. I'm so dumb. I know some of y'all that are looking are probably like, did this guy even just pay attention? And I was not. I was too focused on my notes because I forgot to grab them and they were not in order. And it just made me not pay attention to that. So rusty. I will be honest though, as of this recording, which was done on a Saturday, the last time I did a Master Ball run was on Sunday. So I will be honest, I have been a little rusty with my Master Ball, I should be honest.
Whoa, that was fast. It's down already. Oh my!
This is probably the equal to the longest I haven't done a run in consecutive days, almost a week.
This is one wild situation.
And yep.
Okay. Oh, Oh, it's Hunter!
Like when I first started doing practice runs last week of Master Ball, I did the practice runs last week and then actual runs, like it was just intuitive. Now, because it's been so much time, I've kind of forgotten like the actual basics of what I'm supposed to do. Which is a bad thing. If you're ever trying to do speed runs, don't do what I do and just lose out of focus on the runs you're supposed to know what you're supposed to know what to do is what I'm trying to say. But this is just the standard common team, so this should go my way, assuming I don't mess up with the Ditto, or Ditto just doesn't end my career.
Both Pokemon think it simultaneously. This puts a whole new spin on the battle. Oh, it's Ditto! This is the last Pokemon. Oh, it's Firo!
Alright, time to get the range, Firo.
Pokemon now. It's just one-on-one now. There it is, Hyper Beam. A heavy hit.
Excellent.
There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Don't worry, I wasn't gonna forget that time. We try to limit our embarrassments to one to two times a video.
We've been blessed with a succession of hotly contested battles here in Pokemon Stadium. The roar of the crowd signals the start of the third round.
Now you would think Earthquake would make sense, but Earthquake does not knock it out. I learned that when I was doing my practice runs, that it does live.
It's ripped by paralysis.
Alright, good.
Blast!
It oddly enough doesn't even have a fire move either.
Impressive impact. It went down as soon as the battle started.
Sad thing is, or the good and bad of that, getting paralysis was, that's the 4th time out of the 5 times I fought Arcanine. 4 or 6. Oh shoot. I'm so dumb. That's why I'm gonna try to talk. But I can get used to that. I just have to really pay attention to it. That was the 4th or 5th time out of 5 or 6 where I got paralyzed, but all 5 or 4 times I've gone through the paralysis, so that's a little interesting. I call that just very fortunate.
It's trying to take the opponent with it. Hang on, Earthquake! That struck home! It took the opponent down with it. Down it goes! It's taking its opponent down with it.
Alright, so the last is Houndoom, which there's 2 things you can do. You can just play it completely. Oh, it's Magmar. It was the slightly uncommon Magmar. Alright. I'm so used to it being Houndoom, I just excluded Magmar. Alright. I normally would have done Hyper Beam, but Hyper Beam does not knock out Magmar with one hit. It leaves it pretty well, so it's not even a range. It's just not gonna happen unless you crit. If I had crit Drill Peck though, that would have been a way better story.
The sunlight has turned
okay, so I'm still gonna bring it up. If it was Houndoom, you do have 2 options. You either go ahead and do Drill Peck, which is completely safe. You just do Drill Peck, because it just goes for the Sunny Day. Or no, it goes for the attack. No, it goes for Sunny Day. Sorry, it does go for the Sunny Day. Or you could play it relatively risky and go for Hyper Beam. It is a range. I'm gonna say it's favorable range on your end because of the few times I was able to pull it off. I've only missed a range once out of 4 times. whether or not that was just completely lucky, I do not know the actual percentage of how likely that is, but it is, from what I can tell from the few practice attempts I've done, it is relatively favorable. So I wouldn't suggest not using it, but depending on how you are for time, it may be better just to play it safe. Since I'm just doing Master Ball, I might as well go for it just to, you know, actually save some decent time. Because it can save you about like 30 seconds. About. Instead of doing drill peck. However, if you miss the range, then you end up, you know, just better off doing drill peck. But I mean, it's really just up to you. Alright, Cloister first. I kind of prefer it.
Here it comes! Thunder!
Oh, that is so bad. No, please miss. Ah, this fight is gonna take so long now.
A hot battle is unfolding. It assumes a protective pose. A sharp attack. Oh my! Missed again.
Missing the Cloister is so bad. It's one of the worst because it just spams protect if it gets off toxic. Oh my god, and it got it a second time. That was the second time in a row that this Cloister led, and I missed Thunder on it. Please miss this third one. Sometimes it goes for the attack. It normally doesn't go for the... Oh, it actually did. And it got it off! Come on! Last time I did it, it just ignored the third protect and just went for the attack. That is so annoying.
Missed again. It's a fierce battle.
Star, you please.
Wow!
Why couldn't you have done that 3 turns ago? So annoying. I hate this Cloister.
A single hit brings it back.
Missing the Cloister is the worst out of the 3, in my opinion.
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon.
It's not likely to knockout Star you, but it is very likely to waste more of your time than Steelix will. Steelix, in my opinion, is the next worst. Just because if you miss the Hydro Pump or you miss the range, because it is a range, it just goes Earthquake and it can just really hurt. So I need this to get the range.
Hydro Pump.
Alright, good stuff. So now the last, since this should be the common 3 team, this should be Rhydon. And Rhydon doesn't really have anything powerful, but it does have Hyper Beam. And since I'm pretty low, it most likely would go for it now. So just like last, I need this to land.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1. The trainer switching Pokemon.
I swear, I pressed A. I don't know why I thought I pressed B. I pressed A! I'm so mad. And it went Iron Tail.
There's the attack. That's it. There, defense.
I honestly didn't mean to go for that. But you know what? Just because I'm already committed, I might as well just go for it. I'm so mad. I pressed A. My thumb literally hit the A button. I guess it hit B at the same time. But still.
Good.
Okay, so it still worked out, but that did waste a little bit of time. Assuming I was gonna hit that first Hydro Pump. If I had missed, then honestly doing this didn't really make a difference. But if I had hit that first Hydro Pump, then what I did just wasted time. But we'll never know. That is actually very comedic what just happened. This is an example of how horrible this fight can go. Although to be completely honest, you shouldn't be switching out to Haunter. But in all honesty though, I got super lucky because if Haunter wasn't placed as my C right, that would have just been Graveler and that would have probably been a lot worse. Potentially that would have been run ending, but just because it was Haunter, I could have just debombed and it did kind of save me a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna ignore that. That fight, Dylan fight can go extremely perfect, or it can go really horrible. That was on the cusp of pretty much horrible. Or really horrible, because that should have taken like 2 minutes less if everything had just gone correctly. Alright, Mr. Mime.
Okay.
Don't be a dick and just hit me. No crits.
Great hit. Miracle. That's some major damage. Taken down with one hit. That was just too quick.
Alright, and then depending on the last, I'll just explode. If it's Polytoad, I think I might just still explode. You're better doing a Thunder, but just because I don't want to risk it, I'm just gonna go ahead and just explode.
Pokemon is 3-2. Flash! Self-destruct! Yes, it's a hit! Oh, it has no strength left. What Pokemon will appear next?
I wanted to get Hitmonlee, but I was so scared as to where Hitmonlee was.
Oh, it's Hitmonlee!
Like I look for the first letter, but in all honesty, the better idea of placing your teams is to know which pokes are in which slots. I rely more on just being able to read, and when I saw Hitmonlee and Haunter, since they both start with H, I just got very, very, very nervous. Because the whole idea of picking your teams is to ideally pick the pokes you know you're gonna bring and place them in the correct order slot, so that way you know what you're pressing, so you don't have to risk it. Alright, Apom will outspeed me, but as long as I can hit. Oh, I outspeeded, never mind. I thought it was faster than me. As long as I hit. Alright, that was a really good Molly fight. I think that's the first really good Molly fight I've had.
Remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Alright, let's see what Sage Chen has to offer us. Yo, I like that synchronicity from choosing to selecting. It's actually cool.
Fallen by the wayside, leaving just 8 to reach the quarterfinals.
Alright, Umbreon. I mean, it's always guaranteed to be Umbreon with this selection, so.
There's the shot. That's home.
Bare minimum, just hit. Best case scenario, crit. Worst, I think that should be the best case. I never crit against it, so I can't tell how great it is, but I would assume it's actually a good thing. Make it crit. And then the worst case scenario is missing, because you don't get a free hit on it. So you kind of have to rely on keeping. Well, I mean, you rarely will ever get the chance to not have Hitmonlee at full health or safe health. Oh, Mischievous. Okay. I have yet to get this team.
How's that? This move appears to be useless. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
Yeah, Graveler. I think that's the best option. I don't know. Even when I did practice runs, I never got Mischievous. I've always gotten Gengar. And I've gotten with Murkrow and Jinx, but I've never gotten Mischievous, so I have no clue who's the better poke. I'm going to assume it is Graveler, though, because I kind of do want to save.
A flash of confused ray.
I do want to save Hero.
It healed itself.
Oh yeah, that is why it's better, because of the bitter berry. Okay, that's why it's the better option. Well, I can only do Earthquake. I can't explode on it.
What will it do? It's become confused.
Or maybe I was supposed to go Firo and then. Well, come on, get a crit, Graveler.
Vicious attack. Great hit. It restored HP with some leftovers.
I honestly don't know. Maybe you are supposed to go to Fearow then to Graveler just so that way it prevents doing the switch. I mean, just so that way it prevents wasting that turn for. But I guess maybe not. I'm gonna have to write it down. I know I'm supposed to at least do Graveler as the ideal choice, but I got through 2 confusions, so that was honestly the luckiest outcome I could have gotten from it.
Oh, it will happen. So, what will be the next
So it's either going to be
Pokemon?
Murkrow or Jinx. Murkrow's probably better though.
Oh, it's
Nope,
Jinx.
it's Jinx. Okay. Well, it's going to outspeed me, so I kind of have to hope it misses.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Alright, miss, and then this is a really good fight still.
Throw it in, quicker. No, that's
It missed. Really good fight. Let's go.
Aha, it's confused
And I was no longer
more.
confused. Graveler was a rock.
A crushing blow.
Not really a pun, but you know,
Knockout.
it's still intended.
Unbelievable. They both go down. Both Pokemon
And then the last is oh yeah, the last is Umbreon, so might as well just go him on
the
me.
battle. This Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
I think I said the last was Murkrow or Jinx, so I completely forgot about Umbreon. Shows what I know about this battle.
Pokemon is 2-1. High jump kick. It's super effective.
I have to check. I think Hyper Beam is slightly more accurate
There
than
are no more remaining
high jump kick, so
Pokemon.
maybe Fearow might be the better option. Just because of that 5% extra could be a lot more beneficial than I was probably thinking about. Because both would have killed, honestly, both would have knocked it out. But I think it's still better to go with the higher percentage situation. And I think Hyper Beam is 90% while high jump kick is 85. So it's still probably better to go the safe route. Okay, I'm gonna try this time to not troll myself super hard and mess up here. I've done so many attempts at Baxter and even Pedro where I just troll myself and then just lose because I'm not smart. Like I said, I have a few. I did save some of the videos of how I messed up, but we're just gonna keep those. I do not need to show the world how pathetic I am. I already do it enough by completing these runs. Okay, so in this one, I'm supposed to do Mirror Coat. Not right. Oh, oh, okay, hold on. I'm stupid. It does Solar Beam. I'm stupid. See, this is why I'm so horrible. I'm thinking it was switching, but it's supposed to do Solar Beam.
Mirror Coat. Oh, that's
Okay, so I'm just gonna explain it since it's better that I just explain it. Just please don't crit.
There it goes.
Alright, good. So now I'm gonna explain this since it didn't crit. So when I did this, in my practice, I did what I was supposed to do and just did actually no, I didn't get Meganium in my practice. In my third attempt at this run, when I got to Baxter, it was Meganium lead. In my mind, I thought Rain Dance makes sense because if you Rain Dance, it does load up the Solar Beam. Feraligator's next because Meganium lead with this setup confirms the common team. Alright, I'm just gonna play it safe and just do self-destruct. I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm not even gonna risk the Thunder. It's gonna survive with good health, but I'm just not gonna risk it. Unless it crits. Alright. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, set up the Rain Dance so that way you can do Thunder on Feraligator, get good damage, good win, right? No, you're an idiot. The reason you don't want to do that is because when you do Rain Dance and Solar Beam is when you have Solar Beam up, when you do Solar Beam, it cuts its power. And when you cut its power, it makes Mirror Coat on the next turn for Voltorb practically useless because it doesn't do enough damage. You have to rely on the crit when you do that. And when you rely on the crit, you're really just asking for a lot of bad luck at that point. And Thunder, since I kind of had to figure out what I was supposed to do at that point. Dang, that did a lot more than I thought. And when I did Thunder, it only did like what, 20 damage, and when you do Solar Beam, I don't know the rolls, but when it did Solar Beam, it left it at still like 70 health. So you're going to be relying on just landing every single thunder. I mean, it will work out because you have the rain dance, but you waste so much time that by the time Feraligatr comes up, the rain dance is gone, and it doesn't really matter what you do at that point.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
So yeah, in a pretty much saying that throughout this entire fight. Oh, come on. I can't tell if that was a range, but that was unfortunate. Miss. Aww.
Yes, it's a hit.
Alright, whatever. Hey, let's go. Get out of here. I forgot I still had Firo, so it took the recoil damage.
And there goes the battle.
So not the worst thing. That was actually a really good Baxter fight. For once, I actually didn't troll myself super hard on a Baxter fight. Thank you. But also, I did get pretty fortunate for landing pretty much all my hits and not getting critted on, so that was actually a very fortunate fight. Alright, and similar, hopefully I can get something decent out of Pedro. Because I have managed to troll myself a little hard on Pedro as well. But yeah, throughout that Battle 7, I didn't have to show the video, but that's just a good idea of what to make sure you think before you do a play. Make it make sense first before you actually do it. Alright, time for my favorite.
This is it, the final battle. Which trainer will claim the champion's throne?
Just listen to that theme. Master Ball Final Round has one of the best themes. This is such a great theme to hear. Gets me pumped.
Oh, what's this? A heavy hit.
Alright, perfect. I've gotten really lucky to the point where Charizard has always landed his Fire Blasts and never crit. I mean, I'm only done it 4 times in a row, so still so much room for error.
Whoa, that was fast. It's down already.
Such beautiful music to my ears. This is just such a good theme.
Oh, it's Dragonite.
Alright, so let's not do the first mistake I made. Now that it's Dragonite, it's supposed to go to Haunter. And bearing a crit, which could still happen, as long as I don't get crit on, this fight is almost a guaranteed win. But the keyword is almost.
Oh, it's Haunter. A sharp attack.
Alright, good. Alright, that's the whole point of bringing Haunter for here is to lock it into Outrage so that way you can Destiny Bond and it's almost a win. The keyword, remember, I said is almost a guaranteed win. Like I was mentioning so many times already when I was at Baxter fight, when I was at Pedro fight, in my last attempt here, this exact situation happened. Everything went according to plan, even the next turn, but it got messed up because of RNG. So this is still not a guaranteed win yet.
Oh my, this is one wild situation. Oh, it's Kingdra. It's down to the last Pokemon now. Pokemon is back for another go. Oh, it's already taken considerable damage.
This is worrisome. Alright, let's see if I can get a pretty healthy range. Actually, no, the range doesn't matter because you do Hitmonlee will outspeed Kingdra. The matter is missing. If you get the first hit, it's a win. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. If you miss, the chances of you losing has become a lot higher, and I have a video to show. Whether or not I'll post it, I don't know. If you guys want to see it, it's pretty hilarious, in all honesty, because it's just Hitmonlee being so stupid, but... Okay, good. Oh, no, it is a range. Dang it. Oh, it goes for... Why didn't it do that when it was the original attempt? Seriously. Okay. I can't go for Mud Slap. I don't know the range for Mud Slap since it's not really going to do that much. So I'm just going to go for another Hydro Kick. Oh, this could be really bad. This could be really bad. This is going to be really bad. Hitmonlee, please. Don't do this to me. This is what I was talking about.
What about this?
Alright.
The last Pokemon goes down.
I'm gonna have to go back to I'm gonna have to rewatch this to see what that range was. I didn't pay attention to how much that was. I think it did about 60, but I have to rewatch that. But see, that was super close. That was still a super close fight. But we still did it. Just under 30 minutes. I really like that. But honestly, I have to be honest, I did really poor. Like, you can watch this, and it was really poor. I did get unfortunate, especially on Dylan fight. That was just a lot of pure unfortunate happenings. But in all honesty, Carmen went as well as expected. Wyatt went really good. Cliff went really good. Dylan again was just shit. Molly was almost perfect. Chen was pretty good for what you would normally get. Baxter went pretty well. And Pedro almost was bad, but it did go pretty well, honestly. So with this team selection, for the people that actually found this team, this is a really good team for Master Ball. I just had a little bit of unfortunate luck, but also some very bad misplays. But honestly, just under 30 minutes, I cannot complain. That is a really good time. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I know I can do a lot better, and I'm going to do a lot better at that one. Oh. I just realized... That is hilarious. I just realized. My game just reset. Oh man, my Pokemon Stadium 2, or it could just be my 64. Wow, my game just reset itself. But how did I... Okay, I don't get how it reset itself. I still kept the save state. I thought you weren't allowed to do the final level of Master Ball. I'm so confused now. Alright, whatever. I'm really gonna have to redo everything, honestly, if I'm gonna want to practice some round 2. But that's gonna be for a lot later. I could still do Gym Leader Castle, so it's not a big deal, but... yeah. I'm gonna have to redo all these now. Well, I did Master Ball. I've done both Master Ball for Poke and Challenge. So now it is actually time for me to do some Gym Leader Castle. I do want to get my trophies back because I do want to do round 2 eventually, but I still need to do a lot more practicing before I can even really want to attempt it. But I just noticed this as soon as I completed the cup. I did not know these were empty. Wow. That's what happens when you play on a 64 cartridge. I guess you run the risk of this happening. I don't know how common that is, but a lot of my games just reset because I don't know if it's just because of the cartridge's age, or that's just how the 64 is, but my game just reset itself. Alright, that's unfortunate. What a great way to end it, but what a great way to end it. Both using just different tones. But I do really appreciate you guys for watching. I've now done every bit of the Stadium Cups for round 1, and now I can actually try to start doing some Gym Leader Castle. Before I really even do though, I do want to do some practice attempts for Gym Leader Castle to get used to it. That is going to be the longest full run I've ever done. Everything here has been under practically half an hour. Gym Leader Castle is pretty much like a practice is like a 3-hour commitment. I have to commit a lot of time just to practice it, and that's something I'm not used to, and I will have to get used to that. I might take a break from the cups a little bit. I really do want to do some more challenge cup of everything, but I have to unlock it first, obviously. So that's pretty much gonna keep me in check to practice it. So gonna focus on some of that and focus on practicing too. We'll just see how that goes, but yeah, really appreciate you guys for tuning in every time, seeing me do my runs. Really means a lot. If you did stick around to this point to hear me, really just thank you guys so much for always just tuning in, even just clicking, making some likes, subscribing. You guys have no idea how much that means a lot. It means a lot to me. This is one of my favorite games, and I'm really appreciative of you guys just even clicking. That's the bare minimum that I really even appreciate. I mean, just clicking on it. It just means a lot. The reason I like doing this is because of you guys. I love this game a lot, but you guys just make it great for me. Sorry, but I'm just gonna continue more, gonna start some practice, and yeah, I'll just shut up because I've been saying that like repetitive for the last 5 times already. But this has been Ron Boy. and I've been satisfied with these runs. We will try Gym Leader Castle in the next one. We take our time. See you guys then.